Yeah, for recording. Right.
Oh, right, turn this shit down.
Yes, right. Welcome to the Governor YouTube channel. We've got today Chris Melhuish. Is that correct?
Melhuish.
Melhuish. I've already just had a practice
Melhuish.
and I've still got it wrong. Right, Chris is a two-time WBC champion. We're going to talk about his career and his insight in how you can become a WBC champion yourself.
Yeah.
Chris, tell us about your background. Where you're from? Where you've grew up?
Born in Torquay Devon, which is a very small kind of like holiday resort. Kind of. Yeah, born here. Lived here all my life. I've had quite a sheltered life.
Yeah.
And I love it here, and I'm staying here.
Oh, lovely.
And yeah, this is where I grew up. So.
Yeah. So, how did you get into Muay Thai? How long have you been training?
When I was about 7, I used to watch the Bruce Lee films as a kid.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Bruce Lee was like he's a lot of people's inspiration, isn't he, Bruce Lee? So I watched all his films as a kid, and then I started doing judo and karate and kung fu when I was about 10.
Yeah.
And then I was quite naughty in school, so I stopped all that. My mum stopped me from going, and then I watched UFC, and I watched Chuck Liddell versus Tito Ortiz when I was about 20. You know, and that sparked the fire again, you know, and I wanted to train again. So I started doing mixed martial arts before Thai boxing. Had a few MMA fights, which went quite well. I was 4 wins, 1 loss, and I had a neck injury. So I stopped the MMA because it's quite rough on your whole body, and started Thai boxing, and yeah, I love it.
Oh, what titles do you hold? Tell us about your record.
The latest one I've just won is I'm really proud of it. It's the WBC European Championship.
WBC champion. European.
Yes, it's a widely it's a well-known sanctioning body, the WBC. You know, it's the big green belts that you get in boxing. So a lot of people know what it is. So I've got a European WBC, got national WBC, and I've got a few local area titles. You know, and I've had on the dot 30 Thai boxing fights. Oh, bloody hell.
So, obviously, to become a European champion, it doesn't happen overnight, does it? There's a lot of training involved. And talk about your training regime. How often do you have to train to become a European champion?
Training 6 days a week, and I would say that at least 3 of those days during the week you train twice a day. You know, minimum 3. Usually 4 or 5 times. 4 or 5 of those days you'll train twice a day. You know, so yeah, it's really hard. You know, and if you've got a full-time job working 9 to 5, gosh, you know, fair play. It's hard. Thankfully, I don't have to do that. I train people, which is difficult, but I can work around training, so fine.
That's cool. What were your title? Your nickname, King Arthur. Where does that come from? This title, Chris King Arthur.
Arthur. Yeah, King Arthur. So I've got 18 months ago had a baby boy, you know, called Arthur, and I love him so much. He is the reason why I still fight. Actually, you know, I want to make him proud of me. Yeah, that's where the nickname comes from. You know, King Arthur is strong. He's a warrior. Okay, so I figured, why not make it my fight nickname? You know, and it inspires me as well. You know, so
that's brilliant.
I think it's the perfect nickname for me at this stage of my career as well.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. That's a really good name. So,
Thanks, man.
what advice would you give to, say, somebody's a school leaver now, they're at school, they do a bit of training. What advice would you give to somebody coming up and coming, that wants to be the next European champion?
I think the most important thing is to listen to your coach. Is very, very, very important. And if you do want to pursue fighting as a career path, then don't only train when you have fights coming up. I've got a lot of students, you know, that have done this in the past. You know, they don't fight, they get fat, and blah 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 blah, and then they go, "Oh, Chris, can I fight? You know, in 8 weeks?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure, as long as you train hard." And they've not learned anything. You know, they train hard for 8 weeks, and they fight, and they never really progress, or they don't progress as much as they should have. So, always train.
That's good.
That
good
is
piece
my
of advice.
advice.
So what does the future hold now? You've got European belt now. Is there a chance of a world belt or any other belts?
Yeah. So I fought lately in Hungary a couple of months ago against their #1 guy, and I lost that fight. But it was arguably
it's very arguable a lot.
Yeah. So if all goes to plan, which I think it is, I'm going to rematch this guy. I don't want to say his name, but I'll rematch him later on in the year. You know, possibly for a world title. So yeah, you know, before I quit Thai boxing or give up Thai boxing, my goal is to become a world champion for sure.
Yeah, I think we've got it. Definitely got it.
Try, man.
Yeah.
Try best.
So give 12 months time, 18 months time, you become world champion. You're going to hang up your gloves, as to say. What after that? What does the future hold?
Well, this is something I've been paying a lot of attention to lately, and I have not quite made up my mind yet. You know, it's quite difficult in Torquay Devon. There's a lot of politics with martial art gyms. Let's just leave it at that. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I've got a few ideas.
A few ideas there, but I've got a good idea that King Arthur is going places.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I am a big fan of pre-training supplements. Anyone that knows me knows that I probably take a bit too much pre-training supplement. But yeah, you know,
the future's bright. Should we put it like that?
Yeah, future's bright. Yeah. So I've got I'm in talks with creating a pre-training supplement, and it's going to be called King Arthur. King Arthur.
Will that give you the strength to pull a sword out of stone?
Damn right it will. Hell yeah. You know, that could be the caption. That could be the logo. You know, pulling a sword out of a stone. I think that's cool. I think that's cool, and I think it's unique as well. I've not come across a pre-training supplement named after a king before.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time anyway, Chris. Well, just to close in, if anybody wants to follow your progression on your journey to a world title, what's your social media tags?
Facebook is Chris Melhuish, and there's not many of us. It's quite a unique surname, and so I'll pop up and search me. And Instagram again is just Chris Melhuish, and you know it's me because my profile picture is Thai boxing related. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for your time, Chris. Anyway, it's been a great interview.
You're welcome. Thanks for talking to me. And if anyone wants to like or follow my page, that'll be pretty cool.
I'll put your handles in the links on the page. And thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I should have stopped recording now. Is it still recording?
Yeah. It says recording, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't stopped it now.